All right, welcome back. So here we are with Warlock. So Warlock, for their core set, they didn't really lose anything that uh, is part of their class identity. They didn't like the cards they lost, the big ones. There's Shadow Flame, Voidwalker, Bane of Doom. Shadow Flame, Warlock already has too many AoEs, so Shadow Flame is not really going to be that big of a loss. Voidwalker, it was a good one drop, but they got a lot of one drops, so losing the early taunt is a little painful, but it's not that big of a loss. Bane of Doom, even with the buff, there were like if you had Bane of Doom without the garbage demons, then it would be a lot better. But again, it's an epic, so it's not really anything that Warlock lost. So they didn't really lose things. The set, I'm not going to say it's the greatest set. I think it's like okay, but the set is not what Warlock gained. What Warlock gained is Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, which I went over before, but let's just review. What cards are coming back in for Warlock? Blood Fury Potion. Give him Demon +3/+3. You will have demons. That's good. Blast Crystal Potion. Destroy a minion. That's good. And it's a shadow spell. Crystal Weaver. Buff your demons. That's good. Fellfire. Deal 5 to everything. That's good. Cabal Trafficker. So, let me remind you, this is one of the key things. Anything that adds a random card to your hand is a lot better. So, if we go over here, we get rid of this. We get rid of, what was it? It was the nature spells, right? We go to tribe and we go to demon. So there are some mediocre demons here. Like you can see Death Imp, Battle Fiend, they're mediocre here. But you're taking a look. Flame Imp, that's good. Gnarg and Homunculus, they're still good. Spirit Jailer is still fine to get off of it. Dark Glare's good. Felmaw, Scrap Imp. Like you're taking a look. What are the bad demons that you're getting off of this? Like the Demon Hunter demons are good. The Mage demons are good. Like some of these are not like the most impactful demons, but like the complete garbage demons, they really aren't there. And as you go up, you see that there are a lot more. Some of them are not the greatest, but some of them can be really powerful here. Like some of them are just solid. But you can see the kind of demons that you get. Like so a card like this, it is a lot better when you're pulling Priestess of Furies and Enhanced Dreadlords and Shavaras over a lot of other cards. But what Warlock really got, which you may have seen before, Abyssal Enforcer. As I mentioned, one of the most completely busted cards ever printed, arguably the best arena card ever printed. So this is back, and it's a common. So this card by itself is going to make Warlock a serious threat in arena. Just the fact that it exists and Warlock has that. So we'll take a look at Forge and Barrens. As I said, it's a decent set. It's not really all that great for Warlock because of it's more based on constructed. All right, so we'll start here. Apothecary's Caravan. Start of your turn, summon a one-cost minion from your deck. There's a lot of decent one-cost minions, like your Flame Imps. If you get a Flame Imp out of this, this is obviously really good. As Warlock, because of the hero power, you're more incentivized to draft one-cost minions. And if you draft them, you're probably going to have it on 1 to protect this if you play it on 2. So yeah, this is a solid card. It does have a fail condition if you just run out of stuff. So that's the reason why it's 2 stars, but this is definitely a useful card. Cabal Outfitter. Battlecry and Death Rattle. Give another random friendly minion +1/+1. So yeah, 3 mana, 3/3. Give a minion +1/+1. That's like 4 mana. That's like 4/4 with the stats on turn 3. That's a better Shattered Sun Cleric, which was a fine card, and it has the Death Rattle effect as well. So yeah, this is a great card for Zoo, and this is an easy 3-star card, like borderline. I wouldn't say 4 stars, but it's in the high 3s. Baron Scavenger, 6 mana, 6/6 taunt. I went over that before. That's probably like a 1 to 2-star card by itself. Costs 1 while your deck has 10 or fewer cards. This is usually not that impactful. It sometimes will be, but generally when you get to the point where you have 10 or fewer cards, your hand is going to be empty anyways. So the discount, it's useful, but it's not really all that useful. It's not something I would really factor in. I would say this is just a 2-star card. Nero Fireblade. Battlecry. If your deck is empty, open a portal up to board with 3/2 imps each turn. So here's the issues. Number 1, your deck obviously has to be empty. This is not something you have to be out of cards. This is not something that happens regularly in Arena, but does happen on occasion. Number two, you need to have enough health that you can leverage having this effect go off. So in Constructed, it's easy to get to the end game and have like 20 or 30 health where you can play this card and be able to last more than a few turns in fatigue. In Arena, I don't think that's going to happen. So really, you're valuing it as a 5 mana 5/5. What's a 5 mana 5/5? That's a 1-star card. And that's ultimately what this is going to be. Alter Flyer. Destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. You play this card because you can, 0 stars. Grimoire Sacrifice. Destroy a friendly minion. Deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. We've seen these cards before, with Unwilling Sacrifice. So the Deadly Shot effect from Unwilling Sacrifice, it's not that the card was bad, but it was never really all that good. So deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. That's like a 4 mana effect. Because remember, it doesn't affect your guys. That's 4 mana worth of effect. And yeah, this is pretty good. I would say this is a lot better than Unwilling Sacrifice. I'm not sure how great it's going to be if people are playing slower decks, but the ability to AoE, the ability to have something small go off. Nerubian Egg is in the core set. So being able to play Nerubian Egg and then play this, deal AoE, and have your egg proc, I mean, that's pretty good. So I'd say Grimoire Sacrifice. I would say this is a good card. This is probably a 3-star card for its effect. You don't want a lot of them, but it's good. Tamsim Rome. So when you cast a shadow spell, it costs 1 or more. Add a copy to your hand that costs 0. Warlock spells, they are not all shadow spells. Some of them are, some of them are not. So if we go over here, let's go Warlock. Let's go spell. So you see the 33 spells that are in the set. We go over here to Shadow, 18. So only half of them are shadow spells. So it does not always happen. So if we take a look at shadow spells. So Raise Dead, Ritual of Doom, it's not going to proc. So Demonic Studies, obviously good. Mortal Coil, sure. Wicked, I'm not sure how this would work with Wicked Whispers. If this proc Wicked Whisper, if you play Wicked Whispers and you get the 0-cost card into your effect, would this discard the 0-cost Wicked Whispers or the 1-cost card? I'm not sure. Drained Soul, buffed Drained Soul is fine. Soul Shear is fine. Blood Fury Poison, if you have a demon, it's give a minion +6/+6. Hysteria is obviously great. School Spirits is great. Blast Crystal is great. Remove 2 things for 4 mana. Soul Rend, I mean, it's 4 mana AoE. I mean, that's not bad. Siphon Soul, obviously really good. Twisting Nether, you're probably not going to be able to combo it, but sure. Like Deck of Chaos. Okay, so you see, there are good spells that you're going to trigger with this. So I think this effect, especially as Warlock, especially as the ability to generate cards because of your hero power, this effect is going to go off. And this effect is going to be pretty powerful. Borderline game winning. So this, to me, it's easily a 4-star card because you will get the synergy to go with it. Soren. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each one killed. So one of these, really good. 2 of these, now you're starting to get to the point where fatigue might matter. So, again, remember, destroying a card or discarding a card, anything like that, it does not matter until you hit fatigue. Because you could just imagine, because until a card is in your hand, it doesn't matter. You never know if you're going to have it or not. So, being able to do this, again, it's a powerful effect. It's definitely a powerful effect. Better than Felfire, yes. Felfire, it can go face, but it costs less mana. And if you can destroy a lot of stuff, and then you can play stuff after you've destroyed all that stuff, that is actually that's pretty good value. So yeah, Soren. I think cards like this are generally around 3 to 4 stars. I would say this is probably like a high 3, borderline low 4-star card. Blood Shard Bristleback. Lifesteal Battlecry. If your deck contains 10 or fewer cards, deal 6 damage to a minion. So the 10 or fewer cards thing, it's not going to happen, but it might happen. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at the bringing sexy back here. I'm bringing Bissum back. Yeah, those other minions don't know how to act. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to sing anymore. All right. Anyway, 3/3 lifesteal in Warlock, good. Warlock wants lifesteal. There was Acolyte of Agony, which was a fine card in Priest, but Priest doesn't value it as much. So this is a lot more valuable in Warlock. To be able to deal 6 damage to a minion if you get to under 10 cards, that's a lot more lifesteal and a lot more tempo. And that's something like I compare it to the Scavenger. So if you get down to 10 cards and this becomes 1, that's not really that impactful because you're not going to have the cards in hand to justify it. With this, if you get down to 10 cards and you're healing for 6 immediately and removing something, that is a lot more powerful. So I think that, so yeah, I think this is a lot better than the Scavenger. I would say this is probably a 3-star card just because of how powerful that effect can be. See? And last one here, Imp Swarm. Summon a 3/2 imp, which summons either 2 3/2 imps or summons 3 3/2 imps. So here's my thing. Okay, summoning a 3/2 imp for 2, that's perfectly fine. That's a 2-star card. Summoning 2 3/2 imps for 2, that is good in the mid game. Like, it's not bad. You'll like it, but I don't think it's like really that great. By the time it gets to the end game, again, summoning 3 3/2 imps, I'm not sure after 10 mana how great that is going to be, because like the tempo at that point is kind of irrelevant, depend just to whatever cards you have. Now, I'm not saying this is not a good card. This is definitely a good card. This is a 3-star card, definitely. I'm just saying that there's a lot more powerful cards than this in the set. All right, and that is it for Warlock. So I have been hyping it up. So the last class and the last video is going to be on Warrior. And Warrior has, to me, unquestionably the best Forged in the Barrens set. So definitely saving the best for last. All right, see you then.